This video introduces 7 postmodern elements in English literature with examples of each. The English Lit team aimed to simplify these concepts to help you understand postmodernism in English literature. Our examples will be from the following literary works: Elif Shafak's The Architect's Apprentice, Christy Lefteri's The Beekeeper of Aleppo, and Erin Morgenstern's The Night Circus. The elements that we will talk about are fragmentation, hybridity and multiculturalism, intertextuality, pastiche, metafiction, faction, and maximalism. Let's get started. 1. Fragmentation and playfulness, a prominent characteristic. The story is not told in a linear progression, beginning to end, but it is rather told in a non-linear timeline using techniques like flashbacks, different perspectives, abrupt shifts in narration. The inclusion of disjointed scenes. This element also includes fragmented narratives that incorporate elements from different media or genres, such as letters, diary entries, newspaper clippings, or even visual elements like drawings or photographs. Example: in The Beekeeper of Aleppo, Christy Lefteri goes back and forth in time in her narrations. 2. Hybridity and multiculturalism, cultural hybridity. It refers to the blending, mixing, or hybridization of diverse cultural influences, identities, and perspectives. It incorporates elements from multiple cultural traditions, languages, and histories. Scenes from multicultural characters and settings are introduced. Additionally, code switching and multilingualism. Cultural hybridity in literature is often expressed through the use of multiple languages or dialects, reflecting the linguistic diversity of characters and communities. Example: Elif Shafak, in her novel The Architect's Apprentice, uses Jahan, the Indian boy, who works and lives in Istanbul, and includes words from different languages and cultures. We see various cultures and different architectural styles of Istanbul, such as the Ottoman, Byzantine, Persian, and Renaissance Europe all blending. Lefteri also includes different places and countries, and she includes letters and dialogues in her narration in The Beekeeper of Aleppo. 3. Intertextuality. Postmodern texts frequently reference and incorporate elements from other texts and/or genres. We see one text references, quotes, or alludes to another text. Additionally, direct references and allusions can be found. Intertextuality is often used for parodic or satirical purposes, where one text mimics or exaggerates the style, themes, or conventions of another text to critique or subvert them. Cultural and genre references example. In The Architect's Apprentice, Shafak refers to Sufi texts and poetry as she writes. The poet recited, "Behold the beauty that expands the heart within the mirror of the rose," page 270. 4. Pastiche. Pastiche is a postmodern literary technique that involves the imitation or parody of various styles, genres, or works of art within a single text. It could also be an imitation of style. Pastiche involves a mimicry of specific literary styles, tropes, or conventions, often with a playful or reverential tone. Genre mashup. Pastiche often combines elements from multiple genres or literary traditions, resulting in a hybridized narrative that defies easy categorization. Pastiche serves as a versatile literary technique that celebrates diversity, creativity, playfulness, nostalgia, innovation, interconnectivity, and intertextuality. Example: Shafak's novel deals with history and fiction. Thus, it is a historical fiction novel, a hybrid genre. 5. Metafiction. Postmodern literature uses techniques that play with the boundaries between fiction and reality. Metafiction refers to fiction that self-consciously draws attention to its own status as a work of art, often by breaking the illusion of reality and acknowledging its own constructed nature. This is also called self-referentiality, or the authorial presence. Postmodernist authors insert stories within stories, nested narratives, or characters who are aware of their existence within a fictional world. Hyperreality. Postmodern texts often blur the boundaries between reality and simulation, highlighting the pervasive influence of media, technology, and popular culture. Example: in Erin Morgenstern's The Night Circus, the use of the second-person point of view, where the narrator directly addresses the reader, creating a sense of immersion and involvement. 6. Faction. Faction refers to fact and fiction merged together. Faction may involve reimagining historical events or figures, incorporating fictional elements to fill in gaps or explore alternative perspectives. Example: in Shafak's novel The Architect, she narrates many different historical characters intermingling with fictional ones. There are real characters that used to exist, such as Sultan Suleiman, Mimar Sinan, and others. However, there are many fictional characters such as the protagonist Jahan, the Chinese twins, Chota the elephant, most of the animal tamers, and many other figures. 7. Maximalism. Maximalism is often considered a postmodern characteristic in literature, emerging as a response to the minimalist tendencies of modernism. Maximalist literature tends to feature expansive narratives with large casts of characters, multiple plotlines, and intricate subplots. It includes fragmentation and discontinuity, and revels in exuberance and excess, employing lush prose, vivid imagery, and extravagant language. It is a style that embraces excessive details and complexity. For example, read pages 155-156 from Elif Shafak's The Architect's Apprentice to see the details and maximize description. Before we finish this video, let us remind you that these are some of the postmodernist elements, and this video is not comprehensive. If you would like to learn more about English literature, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching.